with Taylor and Lucy. Thanks for joining us. Okay, we're going to make sure that we get connected with everything, and then we'll get started with you guys. We are going to talk about shoes as tools today. I feel like a lot of the times we focus more on like the apparel pieces of our wardrobes and put like a really huge emphasis on that. But realistically, like a good shoe can make or break your outfit. It can impact the overall vibe of your look. It can give life to new pieces that maybe you haven't worn in a while in your wardrobe. It can help balance your proportions. It can help
you feel more feminine.
Yeah, it can create interest. It can add polish. It can add edge. And I think it plays a really important role in our wardrobes, and it's something that we don't talk about a lot. So today, Lucy and I are going to be styling some looks and kind of talking through the thought process on why we chose what shoes we did and how they play an important role in our wardrobes. So that's kind of our topic for the day.
In the store right now, we have a lot of more oversized silhouettes, so a lot of our shoes are slimmer, but we'll kind of be talking about how they play into everything.
Yeah, just kind of giving some good tips and tricks as well. I would say I was just telling Lucy, I feel so short right now next to her because I'm wearing a flat. Normally I style things in these live videos with a really classic black heel or black boot. That's my go-to because it like gives me a few extra inches. But realistically, that's not what I'm wearing in my day-to-day life. So I kind of wanted to talk through like what shoes I reach for time and time again in my wardrobe and why, and style them for you guys a little bit differently. So I also think that's a good exercise, is to kind of look in your wardrobes and see which shoes have the most wear, which ones you're pulling out and wearing versus which ones are just sitting in their dust bags. And I think that can help inform your buying decisions moving forward, and just like help you think about shoes in a different way. We always joke like you can never have too many shoes, you can never have too many handbags, but make sure that the shoes that you are buying and investing in make sense for you and your wardrobe and your personal style.
Go first.
Yeah, I can talk through. So today I'm going to be styling a ballet flat, a sneaker, and a boot. I would say that kind of encompasses my personal style and the three shoe styles that I tend to buy over and over again and reach for over and over again in my day-to-day life. Realistically, I'm not walking around in a heel all the time. That's what I like style things with here, but realistically, that's not what I'm wearing. So I have on these suede ballet flats from Flattered. They're black suede with like a little pointed toe. They are true to size. I'm wearing a size 38, and I am a size 7.5, 8. And for me, a ballet flat checks all of the boxes. I was looking at Tibby's book, big surprise, and Amy has this really helpful checklist. She talks about shoes in the same way that she talks about all pieces in your wardrobe, and she talks a lot about your without fails, those pieces that you go to over and over again. And she has these this like little checklist of things to ask yourself when it comes to shoes. And for me, the ballet flat checks all of these boxes. So the first is, can I walk in it a lot? These are so comfortable and easy to walk in. So yes, check. Is it a good neutral? Even better if it's a strange neutral that gives depth. These are a great black ballet flat, but I wanted to pull these. We just don't have these in my size. If anyone's a 36, you should grab our last pair. But these are from Staud, and they're a nice brown leather ballet flat, and I would have loved to style the brown back to my look today. I like that that's kind of a different neutral than your blacks. But what I like about these black ones is that they're suede, so they also add some texture. Can I wear it most months of the year? And can I add a sock to it? Also check, can I wear it to play, dinner, and work? And does it help balance my proportions? So for me, this ballet flat kind of checks all of those boxes. Here I'm using it to definitely balance my proportions. I've got a lot of layers on, and I was actually going to throw this sweater on as well. Can you hold that for a second? So when I am wearing like a larger jean. These are the R13 articulated knee Wayne jeans, which I'm obsessed with. I love them. And I just cuffed the bottom a little bit because they're a little long on me. I would probably ideally get them hemmed just a little bit. I've got on an Isabel Marant like layering piece. I like that it kind of like pops out underneath the sweater here, and then this is an Isabel Marant sweater in red, and I like this as a layered look. And then this is a new coat that we just got in from Velvet. You guys are needing a new coat. This is the Lafayette jacket, and I'm wearing the size medium here. I like that it's this kind of like heathered brown color. So I've got all my layers on, and my kind of wider leg jean, which is what I tend to style things with most frequently. And what I like is the ballet flat is helping balance my proportions here. It's adding a slim element down at the bottom. It's not a big chunky shoe. And what I like is that I can also pair a sock with it. So we have these Comb C socks in a lot of different colors, and they're like a nice thin Egyptian cotton sock that you can, it's kind of just like fun to play with color. So you can throw these on with a ballet flat, you can throw these on with a little like heel or sandal as well. And it just kind of like helps pull on that pop of red. But I would say that I'm definitely using these to balance the proportions. It definitely feels intentional rather than sloppy. And then I also love them for like controlling the vibe of my outfit. A ballet flat I tend to style a lot with a lot of my masculine pieces. I would say my style tends to lean a bit more masculine. So I like that the ballet flat adds a softness. It helps balance it out. It's not as chunky and big. It gives that like slim and polished look to an outfit. So that's how I use a ballet flat with styling. And it's just a little bit more practical than a black heel for my day-to-day life, because I also do that by pulling in a black heel. I think that's all I was going to talk about. I'm like out of breath. Like that was kind of a lot of points, but thank you guys for listening. I'm going to change into my next look and let Lucy talk through hers.
Okay, so I'm going to be styling our short wally boot and our tall one, and then also the same ballet flats that Taylor just showed you guys. Similar concepts. For me, a lot of the time, a shoe is really a tool that I use to A, make it feel more refined or polished, or B, make it feel balanced with proportions. And then another point that we talked about was making an outfit not feel so literal. So for me, that would look like if I'm wearing a classic pair of jeans and a brown belt and a white t-shirt, I would rather reach for a ballet flat than a pair of cowboy boots, because with the cowboy boots it can feel more literal Western, and with the ballet flat, it's like the wrong shoe theory. With the ballet flat, it feels more feminine and just like my personal style. So that's kind of my 3 points that I go with when it comes to styling, and specifically focusing on shoes. With this outfit, both the jacket and the pants I have on lean a little bit more on the rugged side. This is a Neely Lowton denim parka. I pulled it in our largest size, the size large. There's a lot of features to this jacket that I love. So the silhouette's really good because it's boxy, but it doesn't feel too oversized. Like the sleeves aren't below my thumbs or anything. And the length I think is still really nice. It's not like overwhelmingly oversized. But the button up here at the top kind of gives it a car coat silhouette, which I think makes it feel a little bit more feminine and a little bit more refined. But overall, a good denim jacket can still feel rugged. And then these Neely Lowton Cala jeans I have on the size 28. These add a slimmer element. So these already beneath the jacket create a slimmer silhouette. Kind of like, especially from the side view, how the jacket goes out in front and the back, it creates that slimmer look. But then with the raw hems, they still lean into a little bit more of a rugged vibe. And if you wanted to make it feel more refined, for example, because it's denim, I think that's where these boots play in really nicely. These are the shorter Wally boots, which are good for a pair of jeans or pants like this, where I wouldn't want a tall boot because you could see the outline of it here, so the shorter boot makes more sense. But yeah, I think these shoes make it feel more polished, make it feel more refined, add a modern point of view to the entire look, and then especially tied in with our black Lee Studios little wallet satchel. They tie in nicely and kind of create that overall flow of polish and refinement paired against the more rugged denim feel. So yeah. I also want to say one more thing about the white. I really like a pair of white denim in the winter. I think it's just a really nice way to feel brighter and lighter and complements a lot of shades that are worn in the winter really nicely. So yeah.
We're gonna do splitting. Okay. I wanted to wear the same base for this look and do 2 different shoes and 2 different vibes, because I feel like I do that often in my wardrobe. I have like a lot of daily uniforms that I like to throw on a lot of my like same pieces that are my go-tos and my favorites. And I like viewing my shoes as a tool to change up the vibe, depending on what the occasion is, depending on how I'm feeling that day, what I have going on. So that's what I wanted to demonstrate here. I threw on just a white button down and a pair of distressed jeans. These are the Denimist slouchy jeans. We restocked in some sizes in these, and I love these jeans because they definitely give an off-duty distressed vibe. This is also the Denimist cropped button down. It's like in a kind of a flannel material, and it's white. Also one of my favorite button downs, also restocked in sizes because it's one of our best sellers. And then I threw on the same denim jacket that Lucy was just wearing from Neely Lowton, although I think I grabbed the size small because I am a little bit shorter, and the medium and the large just felt a little too overwhelming on me. Okay, now the shoes. These are a pair of Golden Goose sneakers. Do we have these? Misha, do we have these somewhere? So I can like show them closer up.
Yeah.
The display pair. I think they might be up front here.
Yes.
I just don't want to, I like tied them and I don't want to take them off my feet, but I want to show them up close. Thank you. Okay, these are a pair of Golden Goose sneakers. And what I really love, this is my like off-duty, most practical shoe choice when I am running around or don't want to, I don't know, just like I'm going for that more casual, laid-back vibe. I definitely pull out my Golden Goose sneakers. What I love about these is that they are kind of a strange neutral. It's something definitely different than a black or a white. They're this taupey suede color, which I feel like gives a little bit more depth and is a little bit more interesting and gives you a lot of styling options. So I love this style from Golden Goose. I also like that they're like a little bit, I like Golden Goose because they help add an edge to something. So I tend to style these a lot with my suitings, with my like trousers and my blazers, my silk pants. I pull these out all the time because it helps add an edge to those really refined pieces. So I think these are a great tool to have in your wardrobe. Probably I wear my sneakers the most, to be honest. So I love these. They don't feel too clean or too precious also. That's what I like about these. So here I really wanted to lean into like the off-duty, casual, like denim on denim. This is what I'm wearing like running around just when I want to be like more laid back. But then I'm going to elevate the same base layers with a different shoe really quickly for you guys. Well, maybe I should let you talk through your second look, Lucy, because I'm not technically changing after this.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Lucy talk through her look first.
I'm currently putting my hair up with a new clip we just got in. It kind of looks like a scrunchie-ish but I love it because it's so...
Yeah, it's like a claw clip scrunchie.
Yeah, it's a claw clip. So it's easy to just kind of throw your hair. Well, that's not how I wanted it to look, but... Hold on.
It's like, it's like when you put your hair up in a bun, when you're like getting ready for bed and it looks so good.
It's like the best messy bun you've ever done, and then you try to recreate it the next day, and you swear you did it.
You're like on camera right now, so it's like so much better.
What is this brand called?
Jennifer Bear.
Jennifer Bear. I'm not done.
Sorry. Please hold.
Well, I guess I'll talk about this. I think this clip adds just such a fun, playful, feminine, girly, festive touch to, I'm going to be wearing this for this look and the next, and it feels put together, just touch to my looks. I love it. I think it's pretty, and I like how it's just black. You can't really tell what it is. Like, you can't tell if it's a scrunchie or not, but I love it. I think it's just a great little touch. But I want to show you, so right now I have on our shorter Wally boot with this skirt, and I want to show you, like, if I were to take a step, you see this it's kind of an awkward...
It's an awkward length.
It's an awkward length for the boot with the skirt. It has a slit on the back here, so if I'm walking, again, you can kind of see it. And it just doesn't look quite right. It's not as put together as you want to feel. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't really... This is why we have a tall version of the boot too. So I'm going to throw that on really quickly because I think the boot makes all the difference. Like the boot length, because obviously the toe of this boot is the same, but the entire look is so different
much better
with a taller boot. Like if I'm taking a step, it just looks so much cooler. Like there's something about a tall boot underneath a skirt where you can really see the leg of it. It's got a little bit more of a slouch versus the other one kind of stays perfectly. It's silhouette. I just think it looks so cool.
It feels more intentional.
It does. For sure.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's just the little details. Also, in the wintertime, if you're wearing a skirt, a taller boot will keep you warmer when you're walking outside. So that's another plus. But I really just, honestly, my biggest take, like the thing I think first when I see someone wearing a skirt with a tall boot that has a little bit of slouch is like, it looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks stylish. But not trendy.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that. This is the last Neely Lowen Deep V sweater we have. This is size small. I love this sweater because it's slouched and it has kind of a deeper, more relaxed V and silhouette in general, but it still is very luxe and very put together and very sharp, which I love. And then I think paired back to this by Malene Berger Palomi skirt, it's really nice because this adds a sense of structured refinement that balances it all out nicely. And then especially with the boot, again, I love it. I'm wearing a 36 in this skirt. I don't know, I love this fit. I was trying to add more. I was trying to add like a belt, but more or less is more.
Yeah.
It's just...
It feels refined and
Yeah.
polished, and I think the tall boot helps. You don't get the same effect with the short boot. You don't get the same effect with a sneaker. Like this gives the polished, refined.
Yeah. I love this look. These are like two of my favorite go-to items in the store. And together they just are so nice. So, yeah.
You have one more look, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is the same base that I had on previously. So just like a distressed, relaxed denim and a classic white button down. I swapped my sneaker for a boot. These are the Stog Wally boots, so the same ones that Lucy just had on in black, but in this mahogany suede, if you guys can see this. So it gives a different color option, it gives a different texture. I liked Lucy's point of when you've got kind of like Western inspired pieces, like a button down, a belt, a slouchy jean, pairing a cowboy boot feels a little too rugged and literal for me, so I like that this boot some polish and refinement to these two pieces. And then what I would do is add in I also love that this boot adds a little bit of height. I'm 5'4", I kind of need all the help I can get in that department, but it's not a crazy heel. It's maybe like 1.5 inches, so they're really comfortable to wear all day and to walk in, which is necessary. This is that same velvet coat that I'm gonna layer on top of here, and then I'm also gonna grab, we got in some new silk scarves. We've been sold out of scarves for a while, so if you guys have been wanting some scarves, grab them before they're gone. This is from Bembian. It's a really beautiful, like, dark brown, but the color here, this like mahogany color, kind of really matches the boots that I'm wearing, so I wanted to pull this one in and kind of tie it around my neck. Again, it's giving kind of that like bandana vibe, so I feel like the refined boot really helps balance out that look here. And then I'm gonna pull in a little bit more of a refined bag as well. So now I took this same base from like super casual and a day off to office appropriate. I feel a little bit more elevated, a little bit more refined and polished. So just different vibes. And the shoes really pull it all together for me. I like that these are also, again, that strange neutral. So you can have these boots in black, but if you have them in this color, it's like a completely different tool. I feel like this color in particular would help breathe new life into a lot of my pieces. It inspires me to pull out all of my browns and burgundies and reds and kind of play with those colors. It'd be really pretty with like Oxford blue as well. So definitely a good tool to have. And
Hey.
and Lucy.
Okay. This time I'm wearing the flattered or solid? Flattered ballet flat. Again, the suede. This ballet flat is nice because it's kind of a little sharper than, it comes to more of a point than your typical ballet flat, which adds a little bit more refinement, while still giving you the ballet flat feel that I love so much. Okay, this is our Tibby blue tuxedo shirt. I have it buttoned more up at the top and open at the bottom. I think this just adds for a little bit of skin show if I'm moving around, and just kind of like makes it feel like I'm not drowning in it so much. This is the size large, so the shirt is obviously pretty oversized, but I think because of the thinness and the flowiness of this fabric in the shirt, it kind of balances out for the oversizedness and not making me feel like I'm drowning in it. And I love the color. I think it's really nice for the winter and complements just a lot of colors well, and kind of brings out some like flush prettiness in the skin tones. Like this color is just nice. I have it with these R13 jeans. Taylor had these on too. I think, what size were you wearing?
27.
I'm wearing the 27. So these are definitely,
You're wearing them low rise and I was
lower
wearing them
rise.
high rise.
Yeah, and I added quite a big cuff to them, but I think the cuff makes them feel pretty refined. They have a subtle barrel shape on the side, so from the side view, so I think that's really nice with the cuff as well, and kind of just holds its shape nicely, and I think it's really good over a ballet flat like the ones I have on. I think the ballet flats work so well with this outfit because it is so oversized and baggy, but when I have on the ballet flat and you can see a little bit of skin, it just makes it feel more feminine, more put together, and just really intentional. So I love it. It like makes it feel girly, the whole entire look, just because you can kind of see a little bit of the top of my foot with like a flat. It just feels like it just makes sense. And then again with the clip, I think also like with the look like this, it makes it feel a little bit more
love
feminine.
the like velvet here with like this.
The velvet in the shoe,
velvet of the
totally.
shoe.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us. Let us know if you guys have any questions. We are here